booking by Bonds. We know he's out there right now typing up his column, his reaction, and he's just beaming ear to ear, knowing that Miro is ready to destroy Darby Allin. And could you?
Yeah, man.
We've seen the David versus Goliath matchup with Darby time and time again.
I know.
But has he ever faced as terrifying of an athlete as he's about to face next week? I mean, this is going to be absolutely brutal to watch.
I mean, honestly, especially after the whooping he gave Kip, which is similar size to Darby, and how easily he manhandled him. I mean, we love Brian Cage. Yes, he's an outstanding performer, and he's an absolute beast. He's the machine. But the intensity from Miro is unmatched, really. And just like the intensity he can do in the ring is unmatched. So there's absolutely no way Miro should be losing this match, period.
Yep. I hear you, bro.
It's time. It's time to switch the gold. I know there's no build. I mean, obviously Miro has been building, like saying, if you have gold, I'm coming for you. But it's time for him to get the gold. It is this whole, because Darby can easily segue into a feud.
He doesn't need the belt.
Right, you're right. And Miro with the belt just adds another layer of an already, tiramisu amazing dessert of AEW that we're getting every single week.
Tiramisu.
7-layer dip right there. And so that intense promo from Miro was simple, effective, and it's getting us excited for the match. And we're looking at the next TNT champ. I mean, there's absolutely no reason that Miro should be losing, no matter what, period.
I felt like, Miro is more. I mean, to me, Miro is known for over the course of his career for being that powerhouse, and Angry Miro is an amazing thing. But dude, that promo and that line about how the world is going to see what happens when the man who's willing to die goes against the man who's willing to kill him. I mean, that line that Miro just laid out, dude, that gave me chills. I'm not kidding. That was
one of those, hearing you say it again.
It was one of those lines where you're like, man, Miro delivered that with intensity. He looked scary. And to your point, after that attack from Ethan Page and Scorpio, after getting thrown down a flight of stairs at Daly's place, it's all the more reason to put the belt on Miro. It's all the more reason Darby can go into that matchup hurt. And Miro can really show game over. No more of these comebacks. We've talked about it over and over and over again. His whole persona, everything about Darby's run has been characterized by getting beaten down, facing these insurmountable odds, and somehow, some way, finding a way to overcome them. But how fitting and how powerful of a statement would it be for that to finally come to an end? The ultimate underdog, the guy who has a never say die attitude, finally having his spirit and his body broken, almost like the Bane versus Batman visual, right? When we look at the Dark Knight Rises, the breaking of a man's body and his spirit. I think that could be a real powerful visual, and it could be one that can help fuel both characters, right? I mean, like Miro could use that dominant performance, and he need to really put him over the top as a wrecking crew, him have that moment. But for a guy like Darby to have him come back after the sneak attack that he went through and push a guy like Miro to his limit and come up short and lose in a heroic fashion, it's only going to make the Darby fans want to root for him more when he comes back and tries and challenges again down the road and fights Ethan Page and fights these guys. It's going to want us to root for him even more. I think that is a segment that, if you book it right, can help both characters catapult their careers even further. I don't think that, obviously I know TNT, AEW, everybody is on board and they're behind Darby as a champion. He's been great for ratings. A lot of people are behind Darby, but I think that you and I are both on the same page. This guy is an enigma. He's a character that doesn't need the gold. And quite honestly, the way he wrestles, it's almost better if you separate him from a championship and you put the gold on somebody who's a little bit more of a dominant presence, don't you think?
I would book it as a Brody Lee squash to Cody
Wow.
Rhodes.
Wow, that convincing.
Miro come out. Yes, this is exactly what you need. If you want to push Miro to the absolute Mars and beyond, you have a hurt Darby show up, a not 100%, and he just gets zero offense and just squashes him in 2 minutes and under, and just done. And then Ethan Page and Scorpio come up, pick up the scraps, and Miro pushes them out of the way and leaves with the belt hanging high. Then you could have a couple feuds, a couple, victims for Miro, and then maybe Lance Archer down the line.
I like where your head's at, man. I mean, who knows what they're gonna do?
I think it needs to be a dominant, just beat down.
It would be really cool. I mean, to have a title change happen on Dynamite, that would be exciting to see, and it would be something that would be like, kind of.
It has to be. TNT title needs to change on TNT, not on pay-per-view.
That's a great call by you. That's a good point.